Hey everyone, Ryan with Geek here, and in this video, we're just going to do a quick rundown of what's on my bench. I'm in the middle of a few other things, so it's going to be a little bit before I get the DC40 done. I've got some stuff that's come up for the next couple of weeks, so it's going to be about another 2 weeks before I get anything on the DC40. So I thought I would show you just a quick video of what's on my bench and the tools that I use a lot, and the tools that I think anybody could use a lot. So I'm going to start with my soldering iron. So this is just a cheap soldering iron. I'll see if I can get a link for it below. I think this was like $12 or $15 or maybe $20 with some stuff that came with it. But it's cheap, it works, and well, it's cheap and it works. That's pretty much it. This tip that's on it is the one that came with it, and I've been using it for at least a couple years. So that thing's really good. The next thing is this Delcast solder roll holder, and also the soldering iron holder. This thing is really great. This is just fantastic. Now, what it doesn't have any provision for a way to clean your soldering iron. So what I do is I just get a steel wool, and then I cut the bottom from a water cup or a water bottle, and then hot glue it to the base, stuff this in there, and we're done. So this, these are a few dollars at the store for like 3 of them, and the rest, of course, is free. But not the hot glue gun. Hot glue gun to me is really an essential part of any hacker's kit. You can glue anything with it, and it comes off. Well, not glue anything, but you can glue soft stuff. But for the stuff you work with in electronics, everything can be glued with a hot glue gun, as evidenced by the hot glue you see on the DC40 here. So it stabilizes things, and the nice thing is when you need to pull it off, it isn't actually an adhesive in a traditional sense. Hot glue works by displacing air, and when you displace all the air between two items, you're left with a vacuum, and that actually is what holds things together. So it comes off pretty easily, and yet it maintains its strength really well. Even over time, the hot glue on that filter right here is a few years old, and it's still working just fine. So a lot of times you'll open up electronics that have been hot glued at the factory, and they'll use black hot glue, which typically looks better, but really does the same thing. The next thing is this Innova 3320 DVM, and this one is starting to wear out. When you have an inexpensive DVM that has these rotary style switches, the rotary switch wears out over time. This one, I think I got it in 2017 or 18. I've used it a lot. I mean, a whole lot. And it works really well even now, but that switch is wearing out. Sometimes I have to just move it back and forth a little bit. I still recommend it though. They're about $30 now. When I bought it, they were about $20, and it's fantastic. Next thing, you need a pair of diagonal cutters. Flush cutters like this, they're a must-have. You just can't do electronics without them. The other thing is just a simple pair of scissors I've got over here. Also got just a Harbor Freight electric screwdriver, drill, and that's not absolutely necessary, but sure is nice to have. I won't put a link to that below because I don't even think they make that one anymore, but that one was not that expensive when I got it, although that was a gift, but it wasn't terribly expensive. Let's see here. What else is on the bench? Oh, this mat. I wish I got one of these a long time ago, because all this stuff, instead of ending up on the floor, is nice on the mat. So that's a big deal, especially since I'm now in a place that's got some decent carpet. My previous place just had industrial carpet, so it could kind of handle the mess. This stuff, not so much. So this mat keeps everything nice. It keeps my desk clean. I gotta admit, I really like it. Every so often I do need these, but you'll notice this is missing the usual magnifying glass. I don't really use that because although I do use this quite a lot, I use this as my magnifier. And this magnifier is fantastic because it is, let me turn it on here. Gotta find the control for it. It's somewhere around here. There, it's lit. I should have turned it on already. But it's a lit magnifier, you know, it's a lighted magnifier, which is really, really super handy to have. And then there's this guy. I don't have a battery in it right now, but it's just 6 9-volt battery. And this is a components tester. So if you can't tell what that capacitor is, or what that resistor is, or what that diode is, or you can use this, and it works. I really like this thing. It works beautifully, and it was like $10. And I'll put a link to one of these below. Yeah, so these are really cool. And, you know, it's not super high precision. It's not super high anything, but it does the job. And that's really the whole point. And then for organization, I really like these boxes. This is, what does that even say on it? Ultra by Arctic Zone. I'll see if I can find a link to these and put them below. I actually want to buy some more of them because they're transparent. You can see what's in them. And they're small and they lock. And let's see. Yeah, well, this one isn't locking anymore. Might have it overstuffed or it's just wore out. But stole those from the kitchen one day and then they never went back. That's about it. Besides that, you know, just regular screwdrivers. I've got a screwdriver set. Those are pretty important. Got to have those. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Oh, you're going to want a power strip. And I just hot glued that to my desk and it will survive. Let's see here. Oh, and this thing is just a phone holder for when I'm doing videos where I'm not holding my phone. I've got it set there so it clamps in and you can see the view below it. And this is a light I'm going to attach to it here and hopefully have a better lighting. Haven't needed it yet, but I may do that. Beyond that, another really helpful thing I have is this Dirt Devil. This was $20 or $30 at Walmart, and it has been really huge, especially for 3D printing. There's a lot of little stuff. So this is really nice to have. Of course, it's just battery powered. And I didn't put it in this video, because I don't have it on my bench right now, but the lead set for this, a set of leads that can clamp on and stuff, really nice. I'll put a link to those below. I use those quite a lot as well. So anyway, that's it for this video. I just want to say thanks for watching. If you're waiting on the DC40 updates, they are coming, but after I get some other pressing things taken care of. So that's about it. And let me know what kind of stuff you want to see in the comments below. So, and if you have any other tools you're curious about that you would like to see, I'll be happy to talk about them. And oh, and one of my greatest tools, let me turn around here, is this this bookshelf. Has a lot of stuff on it. I haven't got it. I 3D printed all those drawers, have not put them to use yet, and I may have just done a lot of 3D printing for nothing. But I've got a lot of stuff up here that I have used and have not used and am going to use and all sorts of stuff. So if you see anything here that you want to ask about, please don't hesitate. Oh, these storage bins. They're cheap. You can get them at Walmart for like 10, 15 bucks. And they're actually pretty good. They're not perfect, but they're cheap. And that's one of my favorite things about them. And the drawers come out. You can see I've got a bunch of junk here. I've got another one of the drawers on the floor over by my desk. So yeah, you get the idea. So anyway, well that's it. Oh, and there's my Lego rocket. I think it's really rad. I'll put a link to that below. You can just check it out. That thing took several hours to build and it was a lot of fun. And it's a great conversation piece as well. Anyway, so yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks so much. And if you again put your questions in the comments down below, we'll see you next time.